Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be breaking down the Dopamine Nation book by Anna Lemke. So, at first, let me talk about what the book represents. The book is about how the dopamine hormone is affecting our life and how we can control it. What do you mean by control? You cannot control your own, like, you cannot control what inside of your body is doing. Like maybe with, hold on, let me just gather my thoughts. The book is about how dopamine affects our life and how can we benefit from the mechanics that are already in our system. How can we make them work in our way, the way we want to? How can we change our behaviors so that we can be in a place that we are more content with? So, first of all, part 1, the pursuit of pleasure. We're gonna talk about masturbation machines running from pain and the pleasure pain balance. First off, what does a masturbation machine mean? It means they did a study with rats. Basically, they let rats pull a lever and it stimulated the dopamine area in their brain. They got little electrodes in their head, and when the rats pulled the lever, the dopamine area in their brain got stimulated. So, what do you suppose the rats did? They pulled the lever until they died from hunger or they died from thirst or hunger, or like they basically kept pulling the lever until they died, until they stopped existing, because the pulling the lever was too hard that they couldn't even imagine doing anything else other than that, because that is what dopamine does. Dopamine makes you want to pursue things. For example, let's say porn. Let's talk about porn. You are tempted to porn not because it gives you too much of a pleasure after it, not because it gives you like a reward, like not because it upgrades your life in a way that is solid, that is going to last long. You want porn because, first of all, when you first do it, you get a high reward. You get the reward of ejaculation, which deprives you of your stress for some amount of time, a little amount of time. And after the ejaculation, your brain increases its dopamine, like very high, very quickly, almost similar to a drug. That is why, across time, your brain gets used to that reward and simulates that if I do this, I will get the reward. Then the dopamine's place changes. Then dopamine, instead of coming after the event itself, is produced before the event. And that, in turn, makes you feel a pull towards doing that event, doing that action. Dopamine acts as to make you do that action. So yeah, masturbation machines. Masturbation machines is like the pulling lever equivalent of the rat. You can have Instagram, like when you scroll, you get a dopamine hit because you get something fresh, something new, and when you don't, you feel the pull of a scroll. You feel searching for your phone, or it could be like food. It could be like ordering something from online and eating it. It could be little things. It could be ordering from Amazon, actually. Like, some people are addicted to shopping because, like, you can basically order very small quantities of items, different things. It's variety, it's something new, something exciting. Yeah. Okay, that is what masturbation machines talks about. Those are the things that we can do repeatedly to gain some kind of a satisfaction from, that we are pulled towards, that we do for do repeatedly for pleasure. The next part is running from pain. You see, I'm going to be explaining the chapter 2 and chapter 3 at the same time because they're related. There is this thing called the pleasure pain balance in the dopamine circuitry system. You see, the more you pursue pleasure, the more it has to be leveled off with an equivalent kind of pain. Let's say this is our balance. You get a pleasure. Let's say you do something very pleasureful. You masturbate, you watch porn, and the pleasure side of the level goes up, but it has to be at level again because of homeostasis, because your body wants to stay where it is originally was. So it was originally here. So when you do something pleasureful and it rises, it wants to stay level. But for it to stay level, it cannot just go like this. Think of it like a wave. The wave just cannot stop midway. Like, let me show you. You see, it goes back and forth until it stabilizes. Stabilizes. So, in order for you to level this amount of pleasure, you need to have the equivalent amount of pain on the other side. This is what you feel when you leave scrolling after you've been scrolling for like an hour or so. You feel a pain inside yourself. So, this in turn, because when you feel pain while you've been feeling pleasure and comfort, you don't want to feel pain. You want to feel pleasure and comfort again. And not because you want to do the thing, like not because you want to scroll again on Instagram, but because scrolling again, doing the same thing that you stopped doing, saves you from that pain. You can be like because the thing that you did before and you stopped doing, and right now you feel pain, and going back to that thing will save you from that pain. You go back to doing that thing, not because you want to do the thing, but because you want to run away from the pain that it caused not doing it. Well, that makes sense, yeah? Like, also you can listen to many more knowledge people on this topic than me, like Andrew Huberman, Anna Lemke, which is the doctor who wrote this book. As you can see, Dr. Anna Lemke, she has a podcast, and I think there is also another book that she wrote. I don't know the name of it, but she also has a podcast that you listen to, and she also has I think, either 1 or 2 episodes with Andrew Huberman, which is where I got to know this book, which is where I learned many great topics which are in this book also and are not in this book. And yeah, part 2. So, part 2 is going to be in the next video. I will keep talking, like it won't change a difference for me, but part 2 will be in the next video. So yeah. Thanks for watching. I want to improve as I go, so I started scripting, as I said in the last video. I haven't scripted for today's video because, like, scripting as in finding topics to talk about, which I thought, like, I thought about talking about this book because yesterday I listened to Chris Williamson about memory, which he like repeated recall causes something to stay, not repeated exposure. So I thought it would be great for me to both share what I've learned and actually make it stay in my own mind if I were to like talk about things that I've learned from a book, because I'm recalling what I read in this book, I'm recalling the topics, and also I'm sharing them with you. So it's a win-win situation. See you in the next one.